A mutiny is underway in the United States of America. An entire city is up in arms against the U.S. president. There's arson, there's loot, chaos, and one war cry. Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about the city of Minneapolis. It's been burning for the last 24 hours. There have been violent clashes. The residents of the city are still out on the streets. They're asking a question. Can a black person breathe in America anymore? And they've been angered by the death of a black man. His name was George Floyd. He died pleading for his life, with a white police officer kneeling on his neck, deaf to the anguished cries of passers-by, pleading him to let the man go. Now you can hear their voices, and they're growing louder by the hour. This was the third day of protests in the city. The demonstrators have refused to seize ground, and they are seeking justice for the merciless killing of George Floyd. They say they will go back to their homes only after the officers involved face legal consequences.
Personally, I'm not down with all the, it's a lot of random destruction, but something gotta happen for this shit to stop, man. Yeah. It's sad. It's been going on way too long.
And now they're only listening to us when we're burning it down.
They've always used this against us. If we're non-violent, they don't care. If we're violent, then they start talking, okay?
A few days back, some Trump supporters were also out on the streets. They were armed and they ran riot. Their purpose was different. They wanted the lockdown to be lifted. They wanted to paint their houses and get a haircut and go surfing. Do you know what the US president called them? Good people. In Minneapolis, these people are protesting against police brutality. And for Donald Trump, these people are thugs. He says they're dishonoring the memory of the victim. He says these people will be taken to task. He says if there's looting, there will certainly be shooting. His words. And I don't wish to take any sides tonight, but somebody has. At the risk of being censored, Donald Trump's go-to social media platform, Twitter. It is once again labeled a tweet by Donald Trump. Last time it called Trump's tweets misleading. This time it says Trump is glorifying violence, but it hasn't removed the tweet. Back in Minneapolis, the city mayor has extended his support to the protesters, but he has made an emotional call for peace. Listen to this.
There is a lot of pain and anger right now in our city. I understand that. Our entire city recognizes that. What we have seen over the past several hours and the past couple of nights in terms of looting is unacceptable. Our communities cannot and will not tolerate it. These are businesses, these are community institutions that we need. These are banks that people rely on to get cash. Grocery stores that people rely on to get food. These are pharmacies that people rely on to get medicine. They are essential to our community, and we need to make sure that they are protected.
Some wise words there. Violence may not be the solution. It never is. Looting and burning shops is not protesting. But when the president of a country himself promotes similar acts for political ends, what choice do the citizens have? Donald Trump once enjoyed watching a mutiny by his own supporters. Now that the tables have turned, he's trying to preach these protesters about law and order. Meanwhile, coronavirus continues to claim lives in his country. The death toll stands at 101,698. 101,698 people dead in the US.